Okay, so I just got out of my Uber and accidentally left my phone in there. And I've tried to call him 2 different ways through Uber. I signed in my account on the computer, he's not answering. I can see that he's just been sitting in one place with my phone and not responding. We played the sound, like the lost phone sound on it several times, so I know he's probably heard that. He's not picking up and he's not answering my phone. So,
hey, you gotta go out there and you gotta open it.
He probably doesn't know we have a car, so we're gonna drive to where he's at. Probably a little bit dangerous, but
okay.
good morning, guys. We're starting off our morning here in Cusco by walking over to the
Laundromat.
Well, it's not a laundromat as much as a laundry service. They do your laundry for you.
Fold it, the whole thing.
Yeah. Takes 24 hours or so. And since our current Airbnb doesn't have a washer, we've had to do that here in Cusco, but it's actually pretty brilliant. If there was somebody that did this cheaply in the US, I'd do it. But, and then we're gonna walk by the store and get a couple things to eat. And then we're gonna head into downtown Cusco, which I have decided is my favorite city in the world. It's so beautiful and just amazing. But today we're gonna just kind of take it easy down there, maybe tour some churches, just walk around and enjoy the ambiance with the kids. And that's it. So thought I'd take you along. Okay, we're getting some bread now and some water, and then we've got to go get some toilet paper. They don't provide that?
They gave me some, but
okay.
I guess I just don't want to keep asking for it.
Okay. So the market here is like it used to be in the US, where there's a bunch of different little vendors, and before Walmart, right? So we're gonna get some toilet paper in here. If you want to see, we did do a video of us shopping in the market, and you can go watch that. It was last week, but it's pretty awesome. A little overwhelming at first, but you get used to it. Okay, so we got some trash bags, some toilet paper, some bread, some laundry, and some water. Those are probably some of those things we could ask our Airbnb people for, but we always feel kind of guilty because we're Americans, and you're like, maybe they'll be like, man, you guys use a lot of toilet paper. It's like, I know. There are 10 of us. 10 personas. But, I don't know. Hi, Andrew. I heard a hello. So this is our space. This is our street. It's not a bad street. It looks like a lot of streets in New York City, but our place is fantastic. Love it. We were able to park our rental in here. We just need to return that, but we've already paid, so it doesn't get us anything if we return it any sooner. And then we go up a few flights of stairs to our beautiful Airbnb. Construction over there. That's our place up there. This is our landlord, or the owner of the Airbnb. Man, these stairs at 11,000 altitude, 11,000 foot altitude, you can feel it. Do I left or right?
Right.
There we go. Love this place. It's so bright and awesome. You guys ready to go? Oh, you're watching a documentary? What? Whoa, you spilled a bunch of coca leaves. Okay, fill up your water bottles. This is the master suite. Oh, Huge closet space, a bathroom and a shower, and then our view. The downtown, I think, is right over there, maybe? No, maybe it's more over there. And that dog barks and barks at night. He's so quiet all day. He is a nighttime barker. Last night it rained a ton, and so he didn't bark. It was great. So now I'm gonna pray for rain every night. This beautiful church right here. It's so pretty. Okay, we're all here. Beautiful plaza. First stop, we're gonna go to the shop that Mike and I went shopping at yesterday, because I noticed last night when I got home, or Mike noticed, that my sweater had a hole in it. So I'm gonna hope that they'll let me exchange it, because they have like a million of them. And even if they don't, I figured it doesn't hurt to ask. And then we're gonna get some lunch. And we bought these like tickets that go to like a million things, and we're gonna see which one we wanna do while we're eating lunch. So we're walking down this Incan corridor with all these original stones here. Super cool. Amazing, you can't even, they still don't know how they could make them so precise. So awesome. I just brought my sweater in. This is the best shop in town. And she said you can exchange it or I can fix it. So she's gonna go fix it because I really liked the one I chose. Okay, so if you're gonna come to Cusco and you wanna shop, this is the place, dude. It's cheaper and all the prices are listed. And the listed prices are cheaper than they'll tell you anywhere else. You don't have to haggle. They have a huge selection. They're really nice. And everything is here, except I did get my bags over there. And I do love my bag. They don't have the bags here, but that was the one thing that was different. Okay, we came back to the same shop. I got a bunch of stuff last night. And Pearl is getting this cute backpack. Pearl, she'll probably take all the paper out of that.
She already did.
Oh, okay, sweet. It was 30 soles, which is 30.
How much does this cost?
I don't know.
Mom, what's what I found?
Say, quanto cuesta?
What?
Whoa, quanto cuesta? Quanto cuesta?
¿Cuánto cuesta? Sí. Ese está 45.
40.
40s.
Mhm.
I'll be glad.
Yeah. That's a beautiful road down there. And we're gonna just go up this walking road on the way to lunch. So you may think it's strange that we're getting Chinese food in Peru, but it's actually not. Chinese,
It's not strange at all.
it's a huge part of Peruvian culture. Chinese immigrants came over 100 years ago, and their food kind of merged with Peruvian food, and it's called chifa here. So you'll see, if you come to Peru, restaurants all around that say chifa. And it's kind of a fusion, and it's like one of the most popular cuisines in all of Peru. It's spread to other South American countries, but we've had arroz chaufa, which is their fried rice, and it's so good. But we haven't actually come to a Chinese restaurant until today, and this one is packed, so I think that's a good sign. This thing we got was this wonton soup. And even though Jude's coughing, it's the best wonton soup I've ever had. Next dish is this, and it tastes super good. Smoky, spicy, yummy. Next item, some sort of super hot chicken dish. Eve's so scared she moved out of the way. And another dish. We are never gonna be able to eat all this food, but it's super delicious. They just brought us another plate of food. This is like a feast for 6 really, really hungry, big appetite adults,
This is like,
because we aren't even gonna make a dent in it.
Mom, this is for like 100 people to eat.
Yeah. But I say we bring it home for dinner.
I say two.
Yeah, we just have to get it home. It's a problem.
Oh, you guys got the other one, huh? We have way too much food. You guys do too.
Yeah.
I think we'll get some boxes and have somebody ride an Uber, take it home.
This is lunch and dinner.
That's totally lunch and dinner.
They got a bunch extra over there too, right?
Yeah. Okay, finished lunch and we're wandering a little bit because we saw these really cool gates to the city and we thought we should probably go look at that. So we're gonna look at that, probably just take a picture and then maybe go tour a church. Okay, we saw this really cool market and yeah, we decided to come in here instead of going to the church for now. I don't know what we'll do eventually. Okay.
Just something else to look at.
So Pearl is getting some beads to add to her collection. You've got them from where? These ones? Well, you've got beads already
I have
from
Mexico and
Dominican Republic.
yeah, and
Now these, and then ones from Grandma. Who knows where those are from, huh?
yeah.
So we're getting the Incan cross. Okay, the rain stopped. We got an Uber and we just toured this church. We were not allowed to bring a camera in or use your camera inside. And now we're trying to decide our final stop. Is it this Incan site or do we go to the other church? Because we thought this was the other church that has like a Last Supper painting where they're eating cuy or guinea pig. But I don't know. We're gonna decide right now. Okay, we discussed and decided that we were good for the afternoon. We're gonna just go back to the house and we might come back into town to watch, like there's a show with some Incan dancing. We'll just see if we can make it back. That's in 3 hours, so we'll see. Okay, so I just got out of my Uber and accidentally left my phone in there. And I've tried to call him 2 different ways through Uber. I signed in my account on the computer, he's not answering. I can see that he's just been sitting in one place with my phone and not responding. We played the sound, like the lost phone sound on it several times, so I know he's probably heard that. He's not picking up and he's not answering my phone. So,
Okay, you gotta go out there and you gotta open it.
he probably doesn't know we have a car, so we're gonna drive to where he's at. Probably a little bit dangerous, but... Oh. Wait, wait, wait! What's happening?
Is he coming?
Telefono!
Yeah, I think she talked to him. He's down here. It's okay? Okay. Oh, you're still.
I heard pounding.
This is. Yeah, telefono. We left it in here. Here's our driver. He's gonna help us out. Megan, is it over here? Oh, it's right there. Ah, gracias. Okay.
Trying to pretend like it was in the car. He was holding it.
Oh, he's holding it. Okay, we got it. Gracias. You got the keys, Megan. Oh no, I do. Did he have that in his hands?
Yeah, he had it in his hands. He was like, you dropped it there. He made me go over to the other door to pretend like I was going to get it from there.
You take that and talk
But he
to him.
had it in his hands. Okay. Okay, so we just drove. I did not film any of it because the streets were so crazy. We had to follow this map to find my driver. The thing is, you have to know really what you're doing if you're gonna steal someone's phone, especially as an Uber driver, right? Because my phone is being tracked. I can see where my phone is. I can immediately lock my phone, which is what we did. But if he had been really wanting to steal it, he would have had to do some other things, right? Like turn it off. I don't know, but he didn't do them. So he went home, looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came, I think he was surprised, and he came out and he was like, oh yeah, you left it in my car. And he made me go around to the door I was in, saying like, yeah, I dropped under your seat. And then he handed it, then he had it in his hand.
Emotion.
He had it inside his house. Because he also once I locked my phone, the only button you could push was to call me on Mike's phone. And he accidentally pushed it and then immediately hung up. And then I called like 5 more times and he never answered again. He just sent it to voicemail or whatever. He never answered it. We tried to call him through Uber. He didn't answer. He just disconnected. So I wouldn't have done this if, just yesterday, we were talking to our guide who's from Cusco. And I said, are there any areas of Cusco that are not safe that you shouldn't go in? And he said, no. He's like, no, you're fine. All parts of Cusco are pretty safe.
I don't know. This is a little questionable.
Well, it's definitely not as nice over here. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we got that back. I was terrified, and then I'm like,
I was super
stressed. And then it's like,
we tracked it down though.
I know we did, but he was embarrassed. But I think he had every intention of keeping the phone.
Yeah, he's like, well, we left it.
Yeah.
My phone, finders keepers sort of thing. Thankfully, it was not the location services were on, and we.
Yes, thankfully.
We have our own car, so we could.
I know. I don't think he expected that.
I wouldn't have driven over here.
No.
I walked.
We wouldn't have walked, and we couldn't have gotten an Uber.
I don't even know where I'm going.
Yeah, we don't know if we're getting out. Okay.
Oh, geez, we should get back on.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Also, if we hadn't had our car, because when we were like at a loss to what to do, when you obviously was planning on keeping it, and we could tell.
It was too far away to walk.
It was, and you don't want to walk because you don't know what kind of neighborhoods you're getting into. And the thing is, it doesn't actually give you an address. So I had to look at where it was showing on the map on Find My Phone, and then I had to go just follow the patterns of the street and go find that on Google Maps and drop a pin. But then these are crazy roads. Some were actually like mud, so we got lost several times trying to get to it. Like there was just a mud road and we weren't going to drive on that. So you couldn't have even gotten like an Uber to take you there. No. So I think like the real key was that we actually had a car, and that's probably what really surprised the guy in the end. Like
we suddenly showed up in a van. Like, hey, give me my phone.
I know. Oh my gosh. Like we're both so both relieved and still super stressed. I know you guys are gonna say we shouldn't have ever done that.
Then what? Gone to get it?
Yeah. Like we could have been killed.
We did, man.
I don't think anybody would kill anybody over an iPhone. Especially an Uber driver where there would be so much there would be a trail right to this guy.
Yeah.
Because my phone was there. Anyways, so we did it. Did feel a little bit gangbusters when we show up and it's like my phone, and they're like, oh yeah, let me grab that for you, it's in the car, and it's like in his hand. It was not in his car.
All right, made it back from the phone, what do we call that now? The phone gate, the phone caper. Anyway, so we're back. We've kind of decided that I think we're just gonna stay in for the rest of the day. I think everyone's a little bit tired. We had 3 days in a row of going out, which for us is kind of a lot. For some of the kids, it's kind of a lot. So we're gonna stay in and kind of take it easy. We're gonna eat our Chinese leftovers tonight. Megan's gonna edit our next video, get that uploaded. It takes about 12 hours to upload a video, so you can't wait to work on those.
All right, so
We should
yeah.
explain a little more what happened there.
Okay, yeah, let's walk you through what happened. Mike and I took 2 separate Ubers on the way back because we can't fit. There's so many of us, we can't fit, right? And so I can't believe I dropped it. I'm really surprised because you're like in the Uber holding your phone. But as I was getting out with the kids, I must have, maybe because I was trying to get the keys to open the garage door with, but I realized like as soon as I got in the building, but I had no phone, and I thought, I'm gonna give this guy
Hang on.
kids.
It's fine with you if I'm walking town a little bit.
No, not at night.
Sorry.
Teenagers never understand why you don't let them walk in foreign cities at night alone. And so I thought, well, maybe he's just going to see it and circle back around to me. And I was waiting for Mike.
Yeah, I saw you stand up front when we showed up.
Because I thought if he is going to circle back around, I need to be standing out here because he doesn't know where I went and he left.
Yeah.
But he didn't. Mike got here. We immediately looked location services. We could see where he was.
Yeah.
Then we went and logged into Uber, which took a million years because, of course, I don't remember my login. Logged into Uber. They made it, you can go and call the driver.
If you lose something there.
Yeah, and so they, what they do is they call you and then they connect you with the driver. And he sent it to voicemail. And that's when I started to get really mad. I also, in that time, like I said before, I put it on Lost, put a passcode on it.
Because there wasn't one on before.
I know. I hate passcodes, but I will now have one on my phone. And what was really interesting is he kept sitting in the same place. It looks like he went right home.
Yeah,
After he found my
he went
phone.
straight there.
What was
Which
really
actually was interesting
though-
because it's not that far away from
No,
here.
it's really close. And so then I put my. What's interesting though is he accidentally. We kept calling my phone and also doing the sound. You know
sound.
when you lose your phone, and he would end it.
Yeah, he would just turn the sound off.
He would turn it off, and
Because you can see it's playing, and then it's
yeah,
stops.
it stops prematurely, and then he accidentally hit the button to call me.
Because that's all you can do when it's in lost mode. Is call.
And so he accidentally called Mike's phone, but then immediately hung up.
Right.
And so we knew that he knew. There was at that point, it's like, okay, so to me, if he really wanted to, if he was smart, he should have turned off the phone immediately, so that location services were off. But it's probably his first time stealing an iPhone.
It probably, yeah, I don't know what
He
he
wasn't
thought,
really thinking about it, and then once we were really nervous that he would move.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
or
it.
that he would keep doing Ubering and then we would be losing him. But he kept
that's
staying
what I
in the same
assumed.
spot. And so and it was crazy getting there. It was really
Oh, no, I wish we could have been recording because
It was too
we're driving through this part of town that was pretty,
shady.
yeah, it's kind of scary. Going up all these roads, trying to get to where it was, but the GPS didn't really know where to send us, and there were all these dead ends. We had to come back, turn around.
They were taking us to mud roads.
Yeah, mud, because
and
it
less
just
and
rained
less
a lot
people
yesterday.
Around. We're leaving where most people
Yeah.
are and getting to rough
So we
areas.
turned around, and it took us about 3 or 4 different times of kind of going up to finally get to where we saw his car.
Because he was only 1 kilometer away from
Yeah.
where we're at. Saw his car there. It looked like he was in there.
Well, he'd left the lights on.
Went up
So-
to it, and then somehow...
So yeah, I got out and I was standing there. You can see that in the video. I'm standing there looking in the car, and then I look up, and his place is actually behind this huge gate sort of thing. So you couldn't even see this 2-story building where his little apartment was apparently. But there's a woman standing on the second level, on the balcony, and I kind of hey, I'm looking, not in Spanish, but just telefono, in this car. I said Uber. And she kind of was looking at me, and she looked down, and she talking to someone down there below that I couldn't see. And
This is probably when he realized the gig's up.
wait a minute, these people
I don't
just
want to
showed
fight
up.
this hard for this phone. And then he came out, and as you saw, he was hiding it in his pocket, trying to act like it was still in the car.
Right.
Because he made us walk over to the car and maybe walk around. I guess he was hoping that he could hurry and throw it on that seat.
Well, as he got in the car, he reaches in his pocket, because I recorded. I didn't realize I was getting it at the time, but he reaches in the pocket, and then he hands it.
He was,
kind
I
of
think
over-
he was probably trying to he didn't know what he was going to do, but he was maybe hoping that he could get it on my seat before I got and opened the door.
Yeah.
But then he just had to hand it to me. Kids.
What's up, Jude?
You ready to go to bed?
Is it bedtime?
None yet.
Okay, you can play a little longer.
What?
Do you want to go to bed, or do you want to wait?
Okay, Jude, just give us a minute.
Hang on a second, okay, bud?
So, I just my heart was pounding. Was yours pounding?
I was stressed. I was worried about trying to find it. I was worried about being in this area that seemed a little dangerous, in my opinion. But after we got it, then we were kind of ugh.
Oh,
And
so since then, I just... Ugh.
it was a high stress situation.
getting
Because
kind of
the
exhausted.
biggest reason was that a lot of the footage that we have is on Megan's phone, which is right in our
the
hands
last
right
10
now.
days of Peru are on my phone and not anywhere else. And it was
We're
like,
not uploading to iCloud with it.
it's funny, but it's one thing to lose a phone. It's another thing to lose 10 days of an epic trip in Peru.
I know, because that's how far behind we are right now. So
Yeah. Or maybe 7 days. Maybe it's not 10, but.
no, I counted it. It's 10 days.
Oh gosh, so I'm really glad we got it. I mean, Mike,
close
I was
call.
saying, like, what I just said to Mike like 10 minutes ago, like, was that smart? Should we have done that? And
I'm like, well, if we didn't have the phone right now, we'd be a
we'd be
lot
so
more
sad,
stressed.
and we'd be like, why didn't we try to find it?
So we knew we had a short amount of time to get it. So
It's funny that I feel kind
We
of
just-
guilty that I gave him 1 star, but it's like, well, you shouldn't try to steal people's phones. And I know
no,
one time when we
he
on
had the
here,
opportunity to give it back.
one
or
time
to
when we
get
were
it back.
traveling in New York City, people were mad at us for being mad at the people who broke through the window of our van because they said they have less than us and that I should feel sorry for them. And it's like, dude, they are actual thieves. We are not thieves. Like, you know, like when someone steals from someone, like I can feel sorry for their situation, but they have now crossed the line where they shouldn't have done that, and I don't have to feel sorry for them that they stole.
Yeah,
We were the ones who got stolen from, not them. So,
we got it though.
and I get it. I get that things are tight, but there's plenty of people in this world who things are tight for them, and they still don't steal from people. You know, because all he had to do is, as soon as he realized, drive right back to the street and look for me, contact Uber, answer his phone when we called him, answer my phone when we called him. There's a million things he could have
as
done
well.
along the way to not steal my phone. So you know.
There you have it.
Hey everybody. So now it's been more than 10 days since this happened in Cusco. We are now at home. I'm wearing my, what is this thing called?
Comfy.
The comfy. And that was a stressful day, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to include it in a vlog, but I know that I made the promise that I would include every day in Peru. So I went ahead and made a vlog out of that day. It's funny, it was already kind of like a downer day even before the phone got stolen. I think we were just really, really tired, and so that was just like, that really wiped us out. But yeah, so it was a bummer, but actually ended up being just fine. I'm really grateful that we went and got my phone. I mean, it would have been so bad to just like know it was sitting there and just like, oh well, like we would have lost all of these recorded memories of, you know, and photos and videos, and also a really, you know, expensive phone, and I don't know what we would have done. So I'm really glad we went and got it. And yeah, so anyways, that's it. I never ended the day. I think we just kind of like laid around in a stupor for the rest of the evening. But we love you guys. Thanks for coming along on our Peru trip. And it was epic and amazing, and so glad we went. And you can head over to our website. You can watch more of our videos there, maybe a little bit happier ones, because there are plenty of those days too. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.